This is a story I'm going to tell about my teacher, Mr. Milnes, who passed away last year. He was a teacher who taught at Scotts Valley Middle School for 19 years, from 1992 to 2011. He worked great with the staff at the middle school. He would always tell jokes to his colleagues and make them laugh so hard that they can't catch their breath. He was also into music. He made his own music and played the guitar. His favorite bands to listen to were Cream, Eagles, Bruce Springsteen, and Eric Clapton. He was my history teacher for 2 years, 7th and 8th grade history. I had him for world and U.S. history. These are some stories of him I would like to share with you. I loved his history class because even though it was a class you had to be educated from, he would tell a lot of funny jokes and do a lot of funny things to make history fun. He wrote a lot of notes on the board in cursive. Every day when you came into his class, the students would have to copy the notes from the board and listen to his great lectures about what was coming up in the school year, such as notebooks and the 10-minute speech. He always included me in his lectures every time I was in that class. I had never missed a history class. After the lecture, he would make funny jokes. He would lean his glasses on his head and put them toward the overhead and call it Satan. Or there would be annoying crows right by his door when he would be trying to teach a class. And so he would open the door, throw some food outside for them, and make crow sounds to make them go away. Then he would close the door and went back to teaching like nothing ever happened. But not all days are good days for teachers. When he was going to show us a PowerPoint on the overhead, we got to the middle of the PowerPoint and the overhead died. So he thought it would be a good idea to put his hands in the overhead to change the light bulb. He touches the light bulb and burns his fingers really badly, and then gets up to go get a light bulb in the office, and he trips over the cord that's powering the overhead. It all happened in about 5 minutes of each other. Everyone was laughing so hard at what just happened. There are so many memories of Mr. Milnes, but these are just some of them. For instance, one day he saw a skateboard right outside of his classroom, so he decided during class that he would try and ride the skateboard down the ramp. He got on the skateboard and was riding the skateboard pretty good, until he started to get a little close to a trash can. As he was getting too close to a trash can, I said, "Mr. Milnes, look out!" And he saw the trash can and swerved his skateboard so that he wouldn't hit the trash can. After, I was laughing so hard because if I hadn't told him to look out, then he probably would have ran into the trash can. A couple months later, he thought that he should try it with a wheelchair. He almost did the same thing. He almost ran into the trash can again, but this time he went all the way down the ramp and almost fell out of the chair because he almost lost balance. The whole class was just standing outside laughing at what just happened. It was so funny it made a whole week. He loved the loudspeaker at his school, so he would do funny things such as talk funny in the loudspeaker and do an Arnold Schwarzenegger impression. "Hey Maddie, this is the governor speaking. Come down to the office immediately." Another funny story I'd love to share is when I was in student activities at Scotts Valley Middle School, we would have fun things planned for the students out on Fridays, such as bingo. So one day we had this bingo game set up in the office where you turn the balls and you call a number. So Mr. Milnes walks in and asks if he can pick some numbers to call. So I said, sure. So he picks up some numbers to call and he grabs the PA system and starts calling off the numbers in the governor's voice, Arnold Schwarzenegger at the time. It was so funny. Everyone in the office was just cracking up and couldn't catch their breath. So we just continued to call out the numbers, and I was just standing there helping him pick out the numbers to call. And I was laughing every time he would pick up the PA system and do that voice. These are some memories I have of my favorite teacher, Mr. Milnes, who died last year. One of my all-time favorite memories of my former teacher, Mr. Milnes, is that I got to play guitar with him. He took the time out of his prep period to play guitar with me. That was one of the nicest things any teacher has ever done for me. The first song we did together was called "Will the Circle Be Unbroken," with him on mandolin and me on guitar. The second song was "What Hurts the Most" by Rascal Flatts. Then some other songs we did together were "Tunnel of Love" by Bruce Springsteen, "Peacefully Easy Feeling" by the Eagles. We also did some songs that he liked, such as "Mind Your Own Business" and "Honky Tonk Blues," "Dead Flowers" and "Bad." They're all very fun songs to play with him. He would make jokes such as, "How do you say business in Texas?" And he would say, "You say business in Texas. That is how you say business in Texas." That was one of my last favorite memories of my 7th and 8th grade history teacher, Mr. Milnes. Another one of my favorite memories that I have of my favorite history teacher is that he played at our school talent show. For 6th grade, he played the song called "Badge" by Queen, which is his favorite band, and "Running Back to You" in 7th grade. Sadly, he died on August 12, 2011.
Another heart to take my